So let's try to understand how these blocks and cylinders really looks like. Let's take the block 1 for instance. So this is block 1. Block 1, for you to be able to identify which one is block 1 among all these blocks, you have to know that block 1 varies in height and diameter at the same time. So with the block 1, we have it coming from the highest, it is tall, and at the same time it is wide. So it varies in height and diameter. So you can see that we have it as this way. Let me put them in front of you for you to see. So we have it from the tall and wide to short and narrow. Tall and wide to short and narrow. So for you to be able to see what block 1 looks like, let's bring all down for you to understand. So you can see that they decreases in height and in size at the same time. So block 1 is the block that starts from the tall and wide and ends with the short and narrow. So as they come to the short and narrow, they all decreases in size and at the same time decreases in height. If you see this, that is block 1. And that is where we begin with the children. This is what the children start with when they are working with the knob cylinders. Let's have a look at block 2. Block 2 also varies in height and diameter, but with block 2, it starts from the tall and narrow to wide and short. So let's have a look at what it means. Tall and narrow to wide and short. So you can see how block 2 looks like. Tall and narrow to the widest and short one. So if you see this one, this is called block 2. Let's have a look at how block 3 looks like. With block 3, they only vary in diameter only, meaning that they are of the same height, but it's the size that decreases or increases, okay, depending on how you position it. So let's have a look at it. So you can see that they all have the same height, but it's the diameter that's what increases. So if you see this block with same height but increasing in diameter or varying in diameter, then you know that this is block 3, the cylinder block 3, or the knob cylinders block 3. They are all 10 cylinders in each of the blocks. Let's have a look at how block 4 looks like. So this is block 4. Block 4 also varies in the size and the height only. So let's say they all have the same size, okay, but they differs or they vary in the height. So let's have a look at how it looks like. So this is block 4. You can see that they all have the same diameter. So the difference is only found in the height. So if you see this, then you know this is cylinder block 4. And that is the last block that is being introduced to the children to work with. So with the presentations that you are going to watch on these lessons, you see that we first introduce the children to the block 1. After block 1, then we combine block 1. After block 1 lesson, we also introduce the children to block 2. After block 2, we will combine block 1 and block 2 for them to work with it together. And then we only introduce block 3. After the children are done working with block 3, they will now add block 3 to block 2 to work with it. When they are very conversant with that, then we will bring block 1, 2, and 3 together, creating like a triangle for them to work with. And then after that, we introduce only block 4 to them. After that, and then we can now combine block 4 to block 3. After working with these two, the children will also add block 2, 3, and 4. And then after that, they will add block 1, 2, and 3 and work with it. What is the importance of this activity? After the children have been able to work with all these blocks successfully, this lesson is a lesson that is really working on their cognitive development. You see, when we were going to school, or let me say back days when we were in school, most of us were given some mathematical equations whereby we, when we grew up, we always say, where did we use the logarithms to work? What are we using the equations that we were solving in our everyday life now? Most of these lessons or mathematics that we were solving at that time was to just help us develop our brains and give us a fast thinking skills, how to solve problems, and how to also be orderly and do things in an orderly manner. So this particular material that a 2.5, 3 years, 4 years child is going to work with, this material is really going to give the children what? A cognitive development. It's going to challenge their brains. When their brains are being challenged, they are going to work with these materials in a blindfolded way, like the stereognostics activity. And this particular lesson that is going to challenge their brain will help them to be logical thinkers. They will have mathematical minds. And when a child is a logical thinker, the child will be able to solve problems. And if you can solve problems in this world, then you can excel very well in this world. Enjoy the lessons that comes after this video. Thank you.